Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Royal Reset Podcast. We are out here. Okay, in that weird in between of Halloween / Christmas time because I'm still going to Halloween Horror Nights tonight, and then I'll be fully Christmas. But I've also fully accept that Mariah said it's time. Okay, she defrosted. She said it's time. Yesterday I heard NSYNC's Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays song. When I hear that song, it's done. It's a wrap. It's Christmas time. It is Christmas time. I still just want to get scarred one more time tonight. One more time tonight. And then we're here. How are you, Your Majesty? You're looking great. You're glowing, Your Majesty. Tell me, how was your Halloween? How are you feeling today? That's great to hear. That is so great to hear. I'm so happy that you are here with me, allowing me on the Sunday after Halloween to, inspire and motivate you for the week. Go ahead and prop me up in your kitchen, in your living room, in your dining room, wherever it is that you do your weekly chores to reset for the week. Because, girl, we got a doozy to discuss today. Okay? We've got a doozy to discuss today. But first, my Halloween went great. I went trick or treating and it went fabulous. I was a daredevil. I'll insert a picture here. Yeah, I look good as fuck. And I was also scaring the children. A win is a win. A win is a win. So it was great. I had a good time. And then we were partying at work all day on Friday. So, like, a win is a win. Free food on the company. It was nice. It was lit. It was lit. So yeah, I'm doing great today. Today is day 28 of phase 2. 2 more days and I'm finally done with phase 2 of 75 hard. Mwah! It took a while to get here. I was telling my friend yesterday I had to restart phase 2 like 7 times, but we're here. We're here. So I'm doing real good. I am doing real good, Your Majesty. So happy that you are here. Tell me, Queen, we spoke last week about your goals and your dreams for the week. Were there any setbacks? Were there any roadblocks? Roadblocks? Did you encounter any negative Nancy's, any Debbie Downers? Tell me, Queen, how did your week go? How did you slay? Tens across the board, Your Majesty. Slay. Slay. Oh my gosh, I am so happy, so proud for you, of you. You have just been so so consistent, and so determined. Even when things got hard, you still showed up for you. You still showed up for your goals and your dreams. You remembered your why and you still kept going. You are glowing. You are showing others around you that it is possible, that it is very much so possible to walk outside the box and reach your goals and reach for your goals and your dreams. And you're doing that and you're doing it flawlessly, making it look easy. But we know it's not. We know it's not. You're a baddie. You're up here doing that thug this officials on my nizzle, and I'm so proud of you, Your Majesty. I am so proud of you. Well, let's get into it because really, what has been entertaining me and the 4B Queen of the Week go hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. So, what has been entertaining me? Halloween costumes. Oh, Yes, 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 yes. My favorites this year, I would have to say that I enjoyed seeing Taraji P. Henson as Janet Jackson. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm giving her my number 3. My number 2, I would have to say, is Coco Jones as all 3 of the Dreamettes in Dreamgirls. Yeah. Yeah. She ate that, killed that. Amazing. Flawless victory. Loved it. Mwah. But my number 1 and the 4B Queen of the Week is, drum roll, please. Kayla Nicole, bitch. Oh my gosh, Kayla Nicole. Kayla Nicole. Kayla girl. Kayla girl. Taylor Swift, are you okay? Somebody check on Tay Tay. Somebody call Tay Tay. Swifties, help her up, okay? Kayla emptied the clip. Swifties, go get your girl. Go get your girl. Okay? Okay? Go ahead and buy that racist album another couple 100,000 times. Okay? Oh my gosh, Kayla Nicole. Okay, so if you do not know the lore, if you've been living underneath the rock, all right? Travis Kelce is a famous football player who used to be sexy. He was sexy when he was dating Kayla Nicole. You know, hashtag the black girl girlfriend phenomenon, right? The black girlfriend phenomenon. All right. He had the goatee. He had the fade. He was looking good. He was looking good. Then Kayla dumped that ass. Okay. Kicked it to the curb, as she should have. And after that, he tried to get with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion. Okay? You heard me. He tried to get with Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, you heard me. Alrighty. And then after that, all of a sudden, he pops out with Taylor Swift. Okay, and now he looks like a rave news. Yeah, he looks like somebody you don't want to be in the same room alone with. Yeah, the reverse of the black girlfriend effect, right? Okay, and so Taylor Swift, Swifties have been going in on Kayla Nicole ever since, like, they got together, and like it's like they can't even be happy for Tay Tay without bringing up KK. It's weird. It's weird. It's been weird. And then Taylor dropped her new album. And in her new album were multiple songs about how she can't be a bad bitch and she can't be a savage. These are real lines in the song on her new album. She is butthurt. And so we haven't heard any response from Kayla Nicole this whole time, right? And then all of a sudden, Kayla Nicole drops out with her Halloween costume. Now, remind you, Kayla Nicole always does a big production for her Halloween costume every year. Let's remember that Kayla Nicole did Sierra's Ride video a couple years ago for Halloween, okay? So she's not new to this. She's true to this, okay? Okay? And so Kayla Nicole dropped her Halloween costume this year, and it was none other than Toni Braxton and her He Wasn't Man Enough for Me video. The layers, right? Because first of all, Taylor's new album is called The Life of a Showgirl. At the end of Toni Braxton's He Wasn't a Man Enough for Me video, she does a little showgirl number with a little showgirl fit. Kayla Nicole is giving true showgirl, okay? Because if you've seen this diamond encrusted dress with this bikini that covers nothing, with this body that just will not stop, will not quit, girl, Girl, and then you get the layers of the actual song. He wasn't man enough to me. Who do you think I am? Don't you know that he was my man? But I chose to let him go. So why are you looking like I still care about him? Looking at me like I'm hurt when you're the one who didn't know that I had him first. Like, girl, please. I had that man before. You got my leftovers. What are you talking about? And if I wanted to, as she did at the end of the music video, if you've never seen, you've got to go see. This is a song, okay? This is a jam that I still play on all my playlists to this day, okay? He wasn't man enough for me. Tony Braxton, if you've seen the video, okay? Robin Givens plays Taylor Swift, right? And they're in this club and they're bumping and they bumping and they go into the bathroom and Robin Givens noticed that Tony Braxton is there. And Robin Givens flashes her ring like, girl, I got the ring. And Tony's like, okay, bet, wait here. And so she tells Robin to wait in the bathroom. And she goes into another room that has hidden cameras. And she calls old dude in. And she says, get undressed. And old dude gets undressed. He is ready. He is ready. Okay? Okay? And then Tony points to a camera like she's been watching this the whole time. We all know you ain't shit now. It's great. It's beautiful. It's perfect. The most perfect petty clapback ever. My heart is so full. My heart is so full. I love it. I love it. So shout out to you, Kayla Nicole. You ain't say nothing. You just did what you normally do. Didn't go outside your realm. You don't need to do all that. This Halloween costume was perfect. And the most exciting part is the Swifties don't understand. It's like, how can you hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. They don't understand. The Swifties don't understand the impact, the layers of how deep this slayage went and this petty clapback went. They don't understand that Taylor Swift is buried 6 feet under right now, and Travis Kelce is in the bathroom pretending like he's taking a dump, but in reality, that video's on replay, and we know it. We know it. He's like, oh, bitch, I took an L. I took an L. I love it so much. I love it so much. So yes, that is what has been entertaining me. And that is our 4B Queen of the Week. Kayla, we love to see it. You didn't address it outright because you don't have to. You just did what it is that you normally do, which is slay on Halloween. And you let the people do the rest for you. And girl, we gonna do it. We got you. We got your back. The 4B Queendom's got your back, girl. We will do the rest. We will handle the rest, Queen. Trust. Trust and believe. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. Yes. Love good clapback. And then Tony Braxton repost. Ah! Delicious. 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 Okay, so let's get into our topic for today because it's along the same lines. And the line is niggas ain't shit. Did y'all not hear Doja Cat when she said it? Men are garbage. Like, this is what we're talking about today. Okay, let's get into it because my fave, Twilight, is back in theaters this weekend for the Halloween weekend. Love to see it. I was a die-hard Twihard in high school. Oh, yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. And into college, too, because it didn't end until I was in Australia is when the last movie, I was living in Australia when the last movie came out, right? Absolutely loved me some Twilight. I'm not going to explain the storyline of Twilight. Because if you have not seen Twilight, if you do not know Twilight, where have you been? Where have you been? Girl, where have you been? You should know Twilight, okay? Bella, high school girl, moves to Forks, gives up her whole life so that her mom can be happy with her new man, moves to Forks, falls in love with this guy who ends up being a vampire that's way old as fuck, who's stalking her. Okay, first of all, let's go back. Because if you're one of them girlies who likes to hate on us bitches who read dark romance books, newsflash, and you like Twilight, newsflash, Twilight is dark romance. Twilight is dark romance. He was sneaking into her room and watching her as she slept. She was 17 years old. He's over 100 years old. Twilight is dark romance. Okay, let's go back. So, falls in love with this guy who ends up being a vampire, right? But then he leaves her, and the werewolf comes into play, and then it becomes a whole love triangle where there's not really any love triangle, because even though she had love for Jacob, she didn't love Jacob as much as she was obsessed with with Edward. And so she ends up choosing Edward. They get married. They do the bump and grind because she literally begs this man. They end up having a child who grows super fast, and Jacob imprints on that child. And there's other fine details and stuff like that. That is the story of Twilight. Okay, let's discuss how I originally got into Twilight, right? Let's roll it back to like 2009 when I'm working at Knott's Berry Farm, going to high school, was the editor for the school paper, was on the student body association, was on Friday Night Lights, was in Black Student Union. Pretty much I was out here killing the game, doing my thug thizzle for shizzle my nizzle, which is what got me into college in the first place, right? All while living homeless with my mom and my brother, right? Okay, yes, I was a bad bitch. So what I loved to do when I first started working at Knott's was, when I got paid, I would go to buy myself a piece of clothing, and then I would go see a movie. I called it paying myself first, right? At the time, I didn't understand that actually meant my light died. That's fine. That actually meant, put money in savings. I didn't know that was. I thought it meant do something I want to do first, because at the time I knew my mom would come for the rest. Right? That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. We ain't being sad today. Okay, so I went with a friend to see New Moon in theaters because I had completely missed the book craze, right? For Harry Potter, I was reading the first book when it was popular, and then my grandmother said, "Witchcraft! Don't bring that devil worship mess into my house." Stopped reading Harry Potter. Never actually read the books after that, right? While I was living in Alabama with my grandparents, right, during a difficult time for my family where things in California got so bad that we moved from California in with my grandparents in Alabama. In the high school that I went to down there, the friends that I had there were obsessed with the books, but it didn't click then. It didn't click until I decided on a random Friday to go and see this movie, New Moon, that just came out, with the homie who said I had to see it. And I go and I see this movie. And as a young, impressionable little girl, I became obsessed. And immediately said, I need to read these books. Now, I didn't have the money to buy these books, so I did steal them from the library. Don't judge me. I was broke and I was homeless and I was doing the best that I could. Stole all of them books from the library, read them all through, became even more obsessed. I was a diehard Twihard. And whenever I got paid, I was buying shirts that said Team Jacob because I am Team Jacob through and through, okay? Through and through. I used to be Team Switzerland. Jacob in the movies, because Taylor Lautner used to be fine. Now he's just a goofy ass. He used to be fine. And then Edward in the books. But now grown up, Jasmine knows better. She knows better. And she knows that that Jacob was the correct choice all along. And we are going to discuss the very scene that cements it for me, right? It's the scene in New Moon where this woman, this child, this witch would be is sitting in a chair for 4, 5, 6 months, just depressed. And how they do it is she's literally sitting in this chair and they're like, the camera is panning around her and it's saying, you know, winter, spring, you know, whatever the days, the months or whatever. And she's just depressed. When this man left her, if you don't know the lore, you should know this, but she turned 18. They had a party for her. She's opening up a gift. She accidentally cuts her finger. She's at Edward's house with all his vampire family. And the newest vampire, Jasper, smells her blood and goes crazy, tries to attack her. Edward stops him from attacking her, but in doing that, he pushes Bella back and she gets hurt, ends up scratching, like cutting up her arm. And he's like, we're bad for you. So to protect you, I'm going to leave you. And she's like, no, I can't live without you as a man. I just can't do it. And she doesn't do it. She does it. She is depressed for months. She doesn't hang out with her friends anymore. All she does is she goes to school. She comes home. This bitch is having nightmares. Why are you having nightmares, girl? Why are you having nightmares, girl? This bitch is having nightmares because this man is no longer with girl. Girl, get up. Get up. Bella, get up. Oh my God. Okay, so that is the premise. That is what we're discussing today. When I saw that, I was like, oh, hell no. Yes, go get your man, man. Go get your man. And when she got her man and she saved him, I was like, yes. Right? And I was obsessed. And I was like, I need to read these books. I need to read these books. I need to read these books. But now as an adult, I understand that is so damn toxic. That is so damn toxic. And it's layers to it, right? The first layer is who are you to tell me what it is that is safe and what is not safe for me? Who are you to make that decision for me? Right? Why is he making that decision for her? For both of them? Making them both unhappy. It doesn't make sense. Communication, folks. Communication is so key. I read so many romance books. Y'all know that's what I do. Y'all know that's how I spend my time. I read 115 books last year. The year before that, I read 98. This year, I'm at 60. Okay? You do the math. How many books are, and all of them, majority of them, the issues that the couple had could have been resolved with fucking open communication. Communicate, damn it. Communicate. Come up with some boundaries. Come up with a plan for when something like this happens again, because Jasper wasn't coming for her. It was not intentional. You didn't plan to smash her against a wall and, cut up her arm. It wasn't intentional. It was an accident, right? But you sitting up here making this decision for both of you, for her too, As if she's not a woman who can make her own choices with a fully functional brain? Disrespectful, arrogant, ignorant, which is crazy because you how old? And you stupid? You're this stupid? Like, really? And just wasteful. Wasteful. Because how many months did this whole waste pining after you? How many months did you waste of your own life pining after her? Like, annoying, 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 and just stupid. Just so damn stupid. That's the surface level. That is what I have been thinking ever since. Still love it, still love it, still love it, still love it. Because it's a part of my childhood. But at the same time, in the back of our heads, we're thinking, Edward ain't shit. Edward ain't shit. Right? But this week, I have been reading The Power of Now. And it gave me the words for what I have really been feeling. And it's so beautiful. And I have to share it with you because I think this is something that every woman should know, especially while we're talking about it, right? We're talking about how men ain't shit. Vogue just dropped an article, right? The title of the article is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? And yes, it is. Because them niggas ain't shit. There's a whole song about it. It's literally like, it's embarrassing. Yes, it's embarrassing. The article talks about how women are hiding the fact that they are dating, not posting people, doing soft launches and hard launches, or if they do hard launch, they're losing a whole bunch of followers if you're an influencer. Because, like, girl, are you sure you want to claim him? Are you sure? Are you sure? With niggas being as stupid, as dumb, as disrespectful, as ain't shit as they are you sure you want to claim him publicly to the world? Like, I love Meg. I'm happy for her. But my man, my baby. Okay. All right. I'm happy for you. You do what you do, girl. You do what you do because you deserve happiness. You deserve joy. You deserve love. But not at the expense of you. And here's what I learned this week from The Power of Now that brings this into perspective, that brings some actual real thought into my words, right? The Power of Now is all about living consciously. Right now, as we are living at this current moment, we are living unconsciously. We are slaves to our thoughts and our ego. Our ego is pretty much, think of it as our thoughts. It's like our inner critic, our inner child, our inner warrior, all mixed into one, right? It's a part of us because we've allowed it to be a part of us, right? Our ego wants to help us. I would like to think, starting off, our ego wants to help us and to protect us. So our ego tells us that what we just went through, if we go through something traumatic, is something that we don't want to go through again. So we don't want to go through ABC again, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to work on XYZ in the future so that we never have to experience ABC again. So everything we're doing right here and right now is for the future in order to prevent the past. But when you're thinking about the future and how great the future is going to be so that you don't have to relive that horrible thing that you had to live through in the past, what you're doing is you're constantly living in the future and in the past. And you know what they say. I say it every day. If you're anxious, it's because you're living too far in the future. And if you're depressed, it's because you're living too far in the past. Right? So this is why we say, come back to the present. Right? Because right here and right now, you are safe. You are safe. Everything is good. You're not going through what you were going through. Right here and right now, if you learn to live in the present moment, you would realize that you are a powerful being. That God created you, knitted you together in your mother's womb to help push his agenda of the world forward, to help save some of his children. That's what we spoke about last week. Your gift, your purpose is to save, to improve lives. That is how powerful you are. You have within you the Holy Spirit. You are divinely connected to God. You have that power so that whenever you're connected, you're truly connected to that. You're paying attention to that. And the only way you can pay attention to that connection is if you are focused on the present moment. Then you can say, this is what I desire to have and have it. That is how powerful you are. Anything you think, you can have. Anything you believe, you can achieve. Right? But you can't get that if you're living in the future and if you're living in the past. Another thing is you can't truly know who it is you are if you are not living in the present moment. If you are not living consciously right here and right now. But see, right now we're living unconsciously. Oops, sorry. Right now we're living unconsciously. What does that mean? That means that we believe that whatever happened to us in the past has affected us so right here and right now that we need to work towards something, do something now so that in the future we can be okay. We believe that we are missing something right now, that we are not complete, right? And so when we're living unconsciously, we cannot truly ever experience love. Because when you're living unconsciously, you're looking at your partner to fill that missing piece inside of you. You're looking at your partner to complete you. When in reality, if you're living consciously from the present moment, you already know that you are exactly how and who you need to be at this moment. You accept yourself for all that you are, flaws and all, right? There is nothing that needs to be completed. You are already a completed, powerful human being because you are connected to your source, right? But when you're living unconsciously, you're looking for somebody to fill these holes that you believe that you have, that in reality you don't have. Your ego is telling you you have these holes. It's trying to help you by preventing you from going through what you went through before. So helping you, prepare for a better future. But in reality, that's only harming you. And the more and more we become lost in our ego, lost in our thoughts, lost in unconscious thinking, the deeper we dive into that, the more we start to numb ourselves with drugs. We start to numb ourselves with sex. We start to numb ourselves with alcohol. We start to numb ourselves with eating terrible foods. We start to numb ourselves with pain, torturing ourselves. Or if we are that far gone in our ego, in our negative thinking, in our unconscious thinking, we are so far gone that the only way we see a way out is to end it all. Because we think that we are so unworthy, that we are missing so much. And the only way that we can find relief, we believe, find some sort of connection, find some sort of healing, find some sort of completeness is in someone else. They will complete us. And that is incorrect. But if you're so far gone in your ego and unconscious thinking, you don't see that. And so you get with this person and you believe that they are the person that will fit perfectly with you. And at first, it's all hunky dory. We're living our best lives. Things are great. But eventually, those issues that you believe that you have will start to come in between you and your partner. Those issues will manifest themselves, and then you're living in this toxic relationship that you shouldn't have been in the first place, because you're seeing this person as a drug almost. You're becoming addicted to who this person is because of who you think they are doing, what you think they are doing for you, which is completing you. You are numbing yourself with this person. But this person is not. The goal is not to find someone to complete you. The goal is to realize that you are exactly where you need to be right now. You are who exactly you need to be right now. You are a powerful human being right here, right now. So important that you were hand chosen, given gifts so that you can help save and shift the world. That is who you are. And when you live consciously, you remember that. And you know there are no holes that need to be filled. You know that there is nothing that needs to be done to complete you, because you have peace knowing that you are exactly where you need to be right now. So when you live consciously, you look for a partner to share that peace with. And you two come together to change the world even more, to create even more magic. You find someone who complements your gift so that you can compact, so that you can multiply your impact on moving the world forward, on saving people, on improving lives. You share that together. That doesn't mean that conscious couples don't have problems. It just means that conscious couples know that their life does not depend on the other person. It's, I have my own life. You have your own life. Let's share these lives. But you are not my whole life, right? And this is where Bella fucked up. This is where Bella fucked up. Because in order to be with Edward, she had to change everything she was. In order to be with Edward, she was looking at this man as if he was God himself. She wasn't happy unless she was with this man. When she wasn't with this man, she was depressed. She was down. She wasn't hanging out with friends anymore. She's having nightmares. That is not love. That is not conscious love. That is not real love. But you know what is real love? Even when Bella was acting like a dumbass, pining after this man who did not care enough about her to communicate his fears with her. Even when she was dodging friends, acting like a weirdo, Guess who still loved her, who still saw all her flaws and accepted every single one of them and still wanted her? Guess who she wouldn't have? Says it in the book. Doesn't say it in the movies, because if they would have put this part in the movies, it would have been weird. Too many children falling in love with Twilight. But in the book, there's a whole scene where Jacob begs her not to have this child, tells her, you wouldn't have to change for me. You could be exactly who you are. You wouldn't have to become a vampire. You wouldn't have to lose Charlie and all your friends and Jessica and all of them, Angela and all of them, Mike and stuff. You wouldn't have to do that. You wouldn't have to change to be with me. I accept you and I love you exactly for who you are. This whole time. And this is why Jacob was the better choice. This is why it's Team Jacob all day, every day. Because that is what we want. Someone who accepts us for who we are because they're living consciously. They accept themselves. They understand who they are. They understand their power and how important and magnificent and powerful and purposeful they are, all on their own. And they see you, accepting you for who you are, understanding your magnificence, your powerfulness, and your purposefulness, and loving yourself all on your own. And you come together and you share that. You multiply your gifts so that you can multiply your impact and save and help more people. That is true love. Jacob was the better choice. Jacob was the better choice. So what is the thought here for you? You got to start living in the present moment. You got to start living in the present moment. And if you are not willing to accept what the power of now, the a happy pocket full of money, think and grow rich, or what psycho-cybernetics are saying, what I'm saying, if you're unwilling to accept that, then realize that men are nothing but pets to be enjoyed and kicked to the curb when they mess up. Point blank, period. Do not give up your life. Do not give up your job. Do not give up your college career. Do not give up your housing. I saw a video of a girl who was regretting that she gave up her rent stabilized apartment for a man. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this. Very, very passionate about this. If you are going to get into relationships with these fuck niggas, do yourself a favor and treat them as if they're homies. Homies with benefits, friends with benefits, okay? Do not give up your life. Do not give up who you are in order to be with these people. Do you hear me? Oprah Winfrey is a perfect example. She is still with Stedman to this day, but she said, I will not give up my freedom and marry that man. If you want to have your cake and eat it too, it is possible. You see it in Oprah and Stedman. You see it in Issa Rae. You see it in Olivia Pope. What's her name? Kerry Washington. You see it in who else? Quinta Brunson. We didn't even know she was married. We're up here loving Abbott Elementary, laughing our behinds off, and we didn't even know oh my God, Speak of Abbott Elementary. Shirley Ralph is married, has been married for like 40 years, and they live in separate houses. Shirley Ralph lives in one state, and her man lives in Washington, D.C. There is a way to have your cake and eat it too, because I understand it. I get it. They're fun. They're fun until they get stupid, until they get dumb, until they get patriarchal, and then you need to kick them to the curb. Because you are a queen. You have a queendom to run. And I'm so tired of seeing these men mess up these women in a way where now their life is completely different. Halle Bailey, Cardi B, Keke Palmer, just to name a few. Taylor Swift, girl. Not you letting this man make you into a Trump supporter? Oh my God, Taylor, get up. Taylor, get up. Get up. Stand up. Oh my God. If you are unwilling to live consciously and to live right now in the present moment, then you do not need to be looking for marriage. You do not need to be looking for forever. Play with them. Have fun with them. And then kick them to the curb. Use and abuse them and then kick them to the curb. Do not give up your life. Do not give up your job. Do not give up your housing. Do not give up your schooling. Nothing for these men. Until you are living consciously. Until you realize and recognize who it is you are as a queen. And are consciously living awakened. That's when you look for your forever. Because then at that point, you're not looking for your next fix. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You are looking for someone to share your life with. And you're not going to give up your life in order to share that life with them. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are the perfect example. If you did not know, Jada Pinkett Smith gave up acting and she moved across the country and bought a farm. She was ready to move on and have a peaceful life. She was done with being in the public eye. What happened? Will Smith heard that she had broke up with her past dude, called her on the phone, asked her, "Are you single now?" She said yes. And he was like, "Okay, you're with me now." That's literally how it happened. Read both of their books and they'll tell you the exact same thing. What does this man do while they're dating? No, let's not even go into that. Let's go into years later when they're married and she's unhappy and he's unhappy and they're trying to figure out why they're unhappy. This man throws her a birthday party that is outlandish. All their friends and family are there. There are videos, voicemails from her deceased grandmother who she had a very close relationship that she has never heard before in her life that he plays at this party. He rents out an entire hotel, has this huge display of wealth and extravagance for her. And when they leave the party, they go back to their hotel room and she's like, "That was the worst display of ego that I have ever seen in my life." And he was like, "I did this for you." And she responded, "No, you didn't. You did this for yourself." And at the time, he didn't understand that. He didn't understand that. But now he understands that he had this idea of the perfect life. And that perfect life included the perfect wife. And so he brought Jada from her peace and her farm into his life to complete him. She went along with it. I don't know why. I just saw something. That is what I haven't read her book yet. I need to read her book. I need to read her book because I want to know why she went along with it. For a queen that is so conscious, Jhené Aiko the same way. I need to know why these women went along with it. Anyways, but yes, she went along with it. But he brought her into her life to complete his picture of what a perfect life is. And he thought that to have a perfect life, you need to throw a lavish birthday party for your wife. And now he realizes that that party was just for him, to complete him. He said he built this huge compound of a house on all these acres of land, at first thinking he was doing it for Jada. But now he realized he was doing it to complete his picture of what the perfect life looks like. It was after that birthday party that he threw for her that they split up. And they have been living married but separate ever since. That was the catalyst, folks. That was the catalyst. Now, the question is, why? Jada, so conscious. And the same thing is with Jhené Aiko. Like, why are you still with this man who said he will not give you a ring, who said he does not see forever with you? Why are you still with this man? Because we know Jhené is connected, divinely connected, and we know Jada is divinely connected as well. That is a good question. Are they cosplaying being connected? Because I'll be honest with you, I read this in The Power of Now, and how, I'm, right now, and right, if you live from the present moment, you are divine, and you're divinely connected, you are powerful, and there is so much in my body, all up in my heart and my soul that is rejecting this concept. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. But I also know I'm rejecting it because it's a truth that I do not want to hear. Because living unconsciously, there's one thing the ego does not want, and it does not want to die. It does not want to go away. It does not want to be killed off. But it must be. It must be. We must find conscious living. We must ground ourselves in the present moment, the right here and the right now, if we want to live the life that we know we deserve to live. Especially if you want to help. If you don't want to be sad, if you don't want to be depressed about everything that's going on in the world today, in this day and age, this is how you help. You live in the present moment. You connect yourself with your source. And you use your gifts. You walk in your purpose. That is how you help. I know this is true. But my ego doesn't want to hear it. And so it's rejecting it. And I wonder if that is the same case with Jhené and with Jada. I do not know. But that is my advice to you. Vogue asks, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? And it is. It is, especially in this day and age where they are getting rid of every single right that a woman has. And we've barely had them that long. Voting rights are on the table. The right to date interracially is on the table. They already took away our rights over our own bodies. Now is not the time for you to be careless with your life. and who you are and your purpose. Now is the time for you to smarten up. Yes, have fun. Yes, use them and have all the fun. Take them for all their money. Ride them every now and then, all the time. Have all the fun. But do not give up who you are. Do not give up aspects of yourself in order to say you got a man. Mm. 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 And so far, we haven't seen that from Meg. And so that's why I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. We're going to rock it out with you. I'm happy for you. You do you, boo-boo. You do you. I'm excited. Let's see, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. Do not look for forever. Do not give up who you are if you are not consciously living. And if you are consciously living, if you are actively living in the present moment, then I don't even have to tell you anything, because you already know that whoever you find is going to be your forever, and not more power to you. More power to you. So that is our message for today. How do you live in the present moment? The book says, The Power of Now. The author, Eckhart Tolle, describes a few ways that you can activate living in the present moment and living consciously, right? And I want you to review these options, choose one, and use it this week. Okay? So one option is to literally immerse yourself in the present moment. What do you see right now? What do you hear right now? What do you feel? What do you taste? What do you smell? Use your senses. What are you looking at, feeling, like, seeing, tasting, hearing in this present moment, right here, right now? That's one way to ground yourself in the present. Practice that every single day, and you will learn how to start living consciously. Another way is silence and being still. That's the third way. Listening to what's underneath the silence. No phone, no scrolling, no reading, no texting, no talking, just you in the silence. Being still is another way. I would say going to church is a way that you can find that conscious living, because they say if one or if two or more are gathered together, he is with you, and you feel his presence. And the book also says that not experiencing relationships is not the way to go either. This is why I say, yes, go have fun. Go enjoy them. Yes, but don't make it a long-term thing. Treat them as a friend that with benefits. That is what we should be doing right now, right? So the book even says a way that you can experience that conscious living and what it feels like is through reaching the big O. Take with that as you will. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways that you can experience the true power of now. Use them over and over and over again, and you start to live consciously. You start to live from a place where you are remembering your power, remembering your purpose, remembering how magnificent you are. Before you were even a thought in your mom and dad's brains, God handpicked you, chose you. The universe wanted you, gave you your specific gifts so that you could change the world, change lives, move us forward. That is how powerful you are. And it doesn't matter what your gift is, because you're always going to change lives. You're always going to save people. If your gift is doing nails, if your gift is doing hair, if your gift is cutting grass, if your gift is being a doctor, if your gift is being a singer, if your gift is playing piano, if your gift is science related, math, doing math, whatever it is, your gift will change the world. And you, as you are right now, are exactly where you need to be. In this present moment, you and I are safe. Yes. And you don't need a man to complete you. You don't. Because there's nothing there. You're not incomplete. You are already whole as you are right now. So choose one of those options. Immersing yourself in the present moment, silence, stillness, going to church. Choose one of those options and start using those daily. Start using those daily. If you I know you can't go to church every single day, but there are still, I mean, my church uploads all of our sermons on YouTube. You can watch on YouTube sermons that get you connected, because I guarantee you someone else is watching at the same time as you. When two or more are gathered together in his name, you feel him. I bet you. I promise you. I promise you. So that is your goal for this week. That is your reminder for this week. And I hope that you hear it. I hope that women who need to hear this message and receive it. That is my prayer every single time before I start our conversation. But I pray this message specifically reaches as many women who need it as possible. Especially in 2025. Especially in 2025. So, on top of that, tell me, Your Majesty, what are your goals? What are your plans? What are your dreams for the first week of 2025, November 2025? Queen, it's November 2nd. It's practically Christmas time. Your Majesty, what are your goals for next week? Tell me everything. I want to hear it all. Go. Exciting. Exciting. I cannot wait to talk to you next week and hear just how much you have slayed every single one of those goals. I know there is no failure in your vocabulary. You and I know, we spoke about it. Failure doesn't really exist, right? But I just know that you are going to slay every single one of those goals. And I cannot wait to speak to you next week and hear exactly how you did it. I'm so proud and excited for you, Your Majesty. As far as myself, my goals for next week are to finish 75 hard phase 2. Just 2 more days after today. So I'm finishing up the Power of Now, and you know that my winter arc is to put into practice what I have been reading, right? Because it's one thing to read everything that I've been reading in Think and Grow Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, and now The Power of Now, and before The Purpose-Driven Life. But it's a whole nother thing to actively implement what you read. And that is what my whole winter arc is about, implementation. And so this first month of my winter arc, which is ending at next week, the first month, is my goal was to decide what it is that I want. And last night I decided I want everything. I want everything. And yes, I can have everything, but as I'm starting to implement these principles, I would like to focus down on one or two things that I absolutely desire for my next year, 2026. So that is what my goal is for this week. Narrowing down what I want for 2026 so that I can write that down, write down that plan. You know, Think and Grow Rich, he simplifies it real nice and easy. He says, decide what it is you want, write it down with a plan attached, read that plan every single day, put action behind it, and trust and believe you'll get it. That's the simplified version of Think and Grow Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, and The Power of Now. The simplified version, right? So the first and most important part of that is deciding what I want. And so this week, that is the goal, to decide what I want for 2026. Because I want it all. But let's start off with one or two things and really implement the principles, and then let's go. Let's ball out. Let's ball out. So that is my goal. Oh, and reading. I finally finished that book. I finally got through that book that was horribly edited. And so now it's time to find something else on the TBR. I'm excited. So I would like to knock out 4 books this week. Finishing up The Power of Now, so that would bring me to 65 books read for the year. That's what I want. That is what I want. Those are my goals for this week. So we'll come together next week, same time, same place, and discuss how we've slayed. But in the meantime, Your Majesty, always remember that you are magnificent, you are powerful, you are purposeful, you are valuable, and you are complete. Just as you are right now. You do not need a man to complete you. But they are fun though, aren't they? They are fun. Have your fun, but do not give up who it is you are in the process of having your fun. Okay? All right, Your Majesty. I will see you next week. Same time, same place. I love you. Have a week that's just as magnificent as you are. All right? Bye.